Hello guys, you're welcome to my smartphone graphic design tutorial. Actually, this is the first episode of this tutorial, and what I'm going to teach you guys in this tutorial is all about introduction to graphic designing. You must have been hearing graphic designing in many places. Firstly, I will start with the definition of graphic designing. Sometimes you ask yourself this question: what is actually this graphic design? Graphic design is the process of creating visual content to communicate a message, idea, or concept. Graphic design also involves combining typography, images, colors, and shapes to create a visually appealing and effective design. In this modern day world, graphic designers use various techniques and tools to create designs for different mediums such as print, digital, web, and so on. Another thing we are going to talk about are types of graphic design. When we talk about graphic design, there are many types. And the first one here, which is number one of it, is branding and identity. When it comes to these types of design, we look about creating logos, brand guidelines, and visual identities. These are what we mean by branding and identity. Then the second one is print design. This is designing for print mediums such as brochures, posters, and business cards. Those designs, those your books, textbooks, banners you do see every day, they are under print design category. And the third type of graphic design we're going to look about is digital design. This is creating digital graphics such as website, apps, and social media content. All those graphics you do shoot on social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. All of them are under digital design. Number four of it is illustration. This is creating original artwork and illustrations. You may not understand this part, but as in our future videos you get to understand better. Then the last but not the least is typography. This is designing and arranging typography for various mediums. Now the next thing we are going to look about is principles of graphic design. When designing, there are some principles you need to know to make your design professional and outstanding. You don't just make design anyhow. You don't just make design that will look boring. So the first principle of graphic design we're going to look about is balance. When designing, you make sure that your design is balanced, showing the visual equilibrium and harmony. You make sure that your design is balanced. Number two of it is contrast. You use opposing elements to create visual interest in your design. The third one is alignment. This alignment is organizing elements to create a clear hierarchy. The fourth one is proximity. This is grouping related elements together. When designing, you have to work with proximity. You group related elements together to make your design professional and outstanding. The fifth one is repetition. This is repeating design elements to create consistency. The next one is color. This is where you use color to evoke emotions and convey meaning. In graphic designing, you don't just use different color, any color. You have to use a color that will fit in, that will make your design professional. The next thing we are going to talk about here are graphic design softwares. When you talk about graphic design softwares, it simply means those software, those applications that we use to carry out graphic design tasks. Now, when we talk about graphic design software, we have softwares like Adobe Creative Cloud. Under this Adobe Creative Cloud, we have Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. Another one we have is Sketch. This one is digital design tool for user interface and user experience design. Another one we have is Figma. This is cloud-based design tool for collaboration and prototyping. Another one we have here is Canva, graphic design platform for non-designers and professionals. This Canva is the most easier one and simplest one, because there are already made templates there that you don't have to stress yourself. Just pick a template, modify it, and your design is ready. We also have Pixel Lab, but this one is for smartphones, and that's what we are into now. You know, we are talking about smartphone graphic design here. So for you to use your smartphone for design, we are going to be using two apps here, which will be Pixel Lab and Canva. The next step here is career path in graphic design. You know, some people do ask, if I learn graphic design, what are my career path? What are the job opportunities I should expect? The first one is graphic designer. You will be creating visual content for clients and projects. Number two of it is art director. You will be overseeing design teams and projects. The third one is creative director. You will be leading creative teams and developing brand strategies. The fourth one, UI UX design. UI UX means user interface and user experience designer. You'll be designing user interface and user experiences for digital businesses. And the last one here is illustrator. You'll be creating original artwork and illustrations for various mediums. These are the basic things you need to know about graphic design before you dive deep into graphic design. So in our next videos, I'll be showing you guys how to the interface of Pixel Lab, because that is the one we'll be starting with. Thank you guys, and remember to like and subscribe to my page.